Okay, so this is the problem. This is the problem. Find A if A and B are integers such that x square minus x minus 1 is a factor of ax power 17 plus bx power 16 plus 1. Okay. The first thing, this polynomial x square minus x minus 1 is a very interesting polynomial. And why is it so interesting? Because the root of this polynomial is a golden ratio, and I think you know about this mysterious number, golden ratio. But even if you do not know about this speciality of this polynomial, there is nothing, there is uh, no use of this information in this problem as well. Okay, now phi, you are saying phi, yeah, you are saying phi, golden ratio is denoted by phi, yeah, definitely right. Now, okay, now we come to the problem. Okay, the problem is simple. Okay, let's see, is it really simple? What we are given? We are given that x square minus x minus 1 divides this polynomial. X square minus x minus 1 divides this polynomial. Okay, it means what? It means ax power 17 plus bx power 16 plus 1 is equal to x square minus x minus 1 into something, into some polynomial. Okay, it means this. There exists some polynomial qx with which I do multiply this polynomial and I get this one. Okay. Now what comment can I make about the degree of this polynomial? The degree must be 15. The degree must be 15. So what can I take? The degree must be 15. So I can assume a 15-degree polynomial. And notice one thing, the constant term here is 1. It is constant 1. And x square minus x minus 1, I can write 15-degree polynomial a naught x power 15 plus a1 x power 14 plus a2 x power 13. Okay, and the last one is, a second last one is a 14x, and here is what should be the constant term? What should be the constant term? Minus 1. Yeah, good answer. Minus 1 should be the constant term. Okay, so we have already balanced the constant term both sides, but we have to balance all the powers of x. It means we must compare the coefficients of all the powers of x on both sides, and notice that we need to figure out the value of a, and here a is the coefficient of x power 17. Here the coefficient of x power 17 is a naught. So the first thing is a is equal to a naught. Okay, it means we need to find out the value of a naught. Okay, now let's start comparing the coefficients of remaining powers. Okay, so for x power 16, the coefficient of b, so we do comparison from x power 15. From x power 15 to the coefficient of x, all the coefficients are 0 this side. Okay, so we figure out the coefficient of x power 15 this side and we will put it to equal to 0. Okay, now let's do it. X power 15, the coefficient of x power 15 would be what? This term would multiply this term. So I get minus a naught. I will write it later. First I noted x power 2 will contribute to make x power 15 with multiplication of this number. So I get a2. Negative x will get multiplied with this number. I get minus a1. Minus 1 will get multiplied minus a naught. is equal to 0. I say equation 1, I say equation 2. Okay, let's start. For x power 14, this term will get multiply this a3 into x power 12. So a3 minus a2 minus a1 is equal to 0. And similarly a4 minus a3 minus a2 is equal to 0. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? Okay, now this is a nice pattern. This is the nice pattern. I can follow this pattern. Yeah, it is interesting. It is interesting. Why is it interesting? Why is it interesting? Because this is following the formula of Fibonacci series, a very famous Fibonacci series. A2 is equal to A1 plus A0, A3 is equal to A1 plus A2, A4 is equal to A2 plus A3. This is the formula for Fibonacci sequence. Okay, now I am going forward with this pattern, and in the last a14 minus a13 minus a12 is equal to 0. Now further, this is the equation which I will get by comparing the coefficient of x power 1, by comparing the coefficient of x power 1. Why? Because x a14, the term, let me show you, the term here a14 into x will get multiplied with this, it will become x power 3, not x, the x power 3 x, sorry, I did a mistake. This equation will pop up when we will compare x power 3 coefficient, x power 3 and a13 is just here, a13 into x square. So I do this term, multiply this term, okay, and then before this term I will, okay, it is x power 13. Now the next term I will compare what, I will compare x square. I will compare the term of the coefficient of x square. The coefficient of x square is in this side. हेलो, क्या मेरी कॉल कट गई थी? हेलो हेलो हेलो, मेरी कॉल कट गई? अरे यार, मुझे पता ही नहीं चला. मुझे कहां से बताना है? शुड आई कंटिन्यू फ्रॉम दिस इक्वेशन? Should I continue? Okay. Now I am comparing the coefficient of x in making okay. Now I am comparing the coefficient of x square. I am comparing the coefficient of x square, then I will get minus 1 minus a14 minus a13 is equal to 0. And now I am comparing the coefficient of x, then I will get 1 minus a14 is equal to 0. So it will give the value of a14, that is equal to 1. Okay. So here I compare the coefficient of x square, here I compare the coefficient of x, then I get a14 is equal to 1. If I plug in, now I need to work backward, I need to do some work backward. So a14 is 1. So what is the value of a13? What is the value of a13? The value of a13 is minus 2. Getting it? The value of a13 is minus 2. And similarly, if you see, the value of a13 is minus 2. The value of a12, what I will get? The value of A12 is 3. The value of A12 is 3. Now notice one thing. Notice one thing. I want to show you something. From all these equations, the one thing is very easy to observe, that I am writing here. I will write it again. That AI is equal to AI minus 1 plus AI minus 2. Getting it? Getting it? Now I am using this relation again and again. Okay, so notice one thing, that AI minus 2 is equal to AI minus AI minus 1. This is the version which I am going to use repeatedly. Okay, I write it down here again. AI minus 2 is equal to AI minus AI minus 1. Okay, so here I get A14 is equal to 1, A13 is equal to minus 3. So A12 is what? A12 from this relation I will get A14, A12 is equal to A14 minus A13. Do you understand this? Okay, I am writing right. I am saying right. If I plug in the value of I is equal to 14, I will get this relation. Okay, yeah, right. Now, what is the value of A11? Minus 2 minus 3, that is negative 5. Okay, what is the value of A10? 3 minus minus 5. 3 minus minus 5, that is 8. Okay, the value of A9 is minus 13. The value of A8 is 21. So now once I reach this, I am simply using the relation repeatedly, and I will reach at A0, which is required. Okay, A7 is what? What is A7? Can anyone tell me? Minus 34. Minus 34. What is A6? A6 is what? 55. Okay, so this is, I think you are enjoying this. Not minus 55, it is 55. A5 is minus 89. A6 is 144. Oh my God, once we have done this work and it is now enjoying, not A6, it is A4. Oh, sorry. In enjoyment, I am forgetting real thing. Okay, now A3. So A3 is minus 233, and A2, we are very close. A2 is 377, and A1 is minus 610, and finally we reach here A0 987. It is the answer. Okay, it is the answer. So this is so the ultimate thing is to reach this system of equation. Once any student hit this idea, the rest of the work is routine. Okay, now that's it for today. Okay, thank you. Good night.